What's up, everybody? I wanted to make a video about the division in this country and opinions. Okay, I believe that opinions are now making the country divided. All right. When you look at mainstream media and you listen to politicians, they will tell you that the division in this country is at an all-time high. I believe that the division has actually went down from the Jim Crow era to now. You got slavery, it was really high. Jim Crow, high. Okay, now it's pretty much stagnant. Okay, and I think that it's not the fact that, people are out here just doing horrible things to each other, which they are, okay. Was much more going on then. Now, what we're seeing now is a lot of people are getting the opportunity to see different opinions, okay? And different opinions, they divide us, all right? It's been this way for a long time, all right? It's been this way for a long time. It didn't just happen overnight. They making it seem like certain incidents have led us to this point, like Donald Trump or, Barack Obama. That's what you will see on the media, and that's what you will hear from a politician. You also hear that a party is responsible for the division in this country. You got Democrats will say that things that Republicans say, and Republican policies that they try to implement or policies that they have implemented is causing division, okay? And you got Republicans that say the same thing about Democrats. And the reason why they project it to you like that is because they get a gain out of it. They get something out of that if you believe it, okay? They get votes out of that. And that right there in itself causes division, all right? But I'm not going to touch on that. I want to deal with us, okay? I don't want to deal with that. Us, how we play a role in this is back in the 80s and the 90s when I grew up, okay? I can only speak on my experience, all right? Now, growing up in the 80s and the 90s, there was no internet. Okay, the internet came late in the 90s, all right, but me and my mom, we couldn't afford that shit, okay? That was for like people who had some good money. I didn't grow up, rich and shit, all right? So we didn't have the internet. It took us a while to get it, all right? But social media wasn't even big when the internet first started. I can't even tell you when social media came about, but social media and the internet is playing a role in the division that we see now. And it's projected, like higher because we have access to others' opinions, okay? These people have always had these thoughts in their mind. It's not something new that was going on in their particular neighborhood or their particular city or state. It's always been a certain type of thinking in a certain type of region, all right? Everybody that grows up in the South, they grew up different from the people who grew up in the Midwest and the East and in the West. Okay, everybody has their own way of relaying a message. Everybody has their own way of developing a thought or an opinion, all right? Now, growing up in certain neighborhoods, okay, me growing up as a kid in my neighborhood and the guys are getting together to play basketball, the players that we would try to mimic, were our favorite players. So you will have a majority of the kids that want to be like Michael Jordan, okay? You had other kids that wanted to do something else. But what I'm saying with that is if I'm loving Michael Jordan in my neighborhood, it's a good chance that a lot of the other kids, if I'm in Chicago, a lot of the other kids in Chicago, they love Mike, all right? We're sharing the same opinion. All right. And we don't know anything outside of our neighborhoods. We're kids. We're not adults. And there was no internet. We were not seeing anybody else's opinion of Michael Jordan in Detroit. And if you're a basketball fan, you know that Michael Jordan and the Bulls, okay, had a rival with Isaiah Thomas and the Pistons, all right? So people in Detroit, they can't stand Michael Jordan, all right? Michael Jordan is not the guy out there. People in Chicago can't stand the Pistons. They don't like Isaiah Thomas. They don't like Bill Laimbeer, Rick Mahorn, and all the other people that play for that great team, okay? So what I'm saying is you're not being exposed to that. You just being exposed to the opinions that's in your neighborhood. You know, it puts you in that mindset that everybody thinks like you all over the United States, all over the world. So hearing somebody say that Michael Jordan is sorry, he's not a good player, that the Pistons are better than the Bulls, it throws you off. You're going in a loop. You're like, what? Because you never heard nothing like that before. You know, it throws you off. Now, that is sports, all right? Now, think about serious issues like what's going on with police shootings when a white cop shoots a black citizen, okay? And let's say there's no internet in this time. If a white cop shoots a black citizen, all right, and you're talking to the people in your neighborhood, say you grew up, you're in the hood, all right? In the hood, you're typically going to think that this guy didn't deserve to lose his life like that, okay? He didn't do anything that warranted him death. The cop shouldn't have did that to him, okay? Now, if you grew up in the suburbs, okay, and you're growing up around the people, you're in your neighborhood, all right, and everybody pretty much has this opinion that the cop did what he had to do to go home at the end of the night with his family. It's a chance that this guy might have a gun, so he has to do what he has to do to stay alive. So he shot him and killed him, okay? We're not seeing these opinions, okay? Everybody is thinking this in their own little world, and they're thinking that everybody thinks like this. What the internet and social media did was it took these opinions and it meshed them, okay? They're all together now. Now you're able to see what a person in Nebraska thinks about that incident. And that is a serious issue, so it causes tension, okay? And it gives you a prejudice, okay? You may be a person that grew up thinking that, you know, every race is the same. You know, we're all the same. We're all a human race. You know, what I see a lot of white people say is I don't see color. You don't see color or nothing like that, all right? But when you're seeing a whole bunch of people with a different opinion of you, you got these black people got a different opinion of you, then you start thinking, I don't really like these black people like that. And it's the same thing with a black crowd looking at a white person's opinion. You thinking the only reason why you think that cop, you know, deserved to kill that guy is because he's black. So you're prejudiced, all right? When it may not even be that way. It's a chance that it is. It's a chance that that black dude really doesn't like white people. It's a chance that that white dude really didn't like black people from the jump before that incident of the shooting started. It's a chance of that. But you got to also think that it's a chance that it probably wasn't like that. And it probably still isn't like that after that discussion. But after going back and forth with each other with this different opinion, you start to feel that way. You're not making a physical interaction with that person. And the people that you grew up in the neighborhood with, if they disagree with you, if you believe that Michael Jordan is the best basketball player of all times, and your neighbor believes that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the best basketball player of all times, and you guys go to the barbershop and you know it goes down in the barbershop, all right? You go to the barbershop, y'all going back and forth with that. You're not going to get to a point where you hate each other. You're going to have a heated debate, but you're going to respect each other's opinions, okay? You're going to respect it because you know that person. Now, same thing with a shooting. You know, say he believes that the cop is right. You guys are having back and forth, but you know each other, so you're going to respect each other's opinions. It's not going to make you feel any less of him. You may feel a little bit less of him, but it's not going to get to a point where you just hate this guy, okay? And you hate all people like him, all right? Take that same case And it's a person in Minnesota and a person in Memphis. The person in Memphis believes Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. And the person in Minnesota is thinking, nah, he's not. The greatest basketball player of all time is Kevin Durant. Just throwing it out there, Kevin Durant. And you guys have a back and forth. Okay, now what I see with sports debates online is they think each other are stupid. They really don't like hate each other like when it's a heated issue, when it's a social issue. What I see with sports debates is they think each other are stupid and don't know anything about the sport. All right. When at the same time, if these guys were hanging with each other every day, they probably would respect each other's opinions a lot more. All right. Because you know that person. All right. So that's pretty much what I'm saying. I'm saying that us being exposed to different opinions around the world, we are now connected with each other. So everybody, you got billions and billions of people, billions and billions of minds. We all don't think alike. So now we get a chance to see what that person in Iran thinks about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is better than Prince. What? Prince is better than Michael Jackson. And I'm not in Iran. I'm in Florida. All right? You done lost your mind. All right? So that is why the division seems to be high, and the media and politicians are making it seem like it's higher so they can get gains out of it. The media wants ratings. If you look at my first video, I talked about ratings. The media wants ratings. Politicians want to keep their seats in office. So that's my opinion on division and opinions. Get in the comment section. Let me know what you think. You can tell me that you're stupid as fuck. It's because of this, this, and this. I would like to have my opinion persuaded. Maybe I'm wrong. You let me know. You guys have a good day. Bye.